I lock myself into my room to fuse together this music that's got the smell, success and positive vibes the rest of my life. I plan to help the fail through bad vibes. I lift minds to show and expose minds. My golden balls can show your soul how to shine and hold it on the guard on life's ride. So follow me, I'll take the lead. This industry is in some need of someone to show you what's free, and that's me. I see I'm hitting from a distance. Every sentence I'm spitting, I'm giving sense like Jesus speaking repentance. I'm minister, witness, pen it, the title's mine. Dirty rice, writes with whole hearts. These other rappers write ties. That's 10%, that's 90 left to give. So do the math and watch my path as I show you how to live. For all I'm about to spit, and already did. It seems these people making plans to try to stop the kid. But dog, it's obvious, cause I must win. You can't stop it, do the math, it's not happening. For all I'm about to spit, and already did. It seems these people making plans to try to stop the kid. But dog, it's obvious, cause I must win. You can't stop it, do the math, it's not happening.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. Going to get that car wash. Hey, the number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Man Talk Monday. Happy Juneteenth. I'll tell you everything you need to know about Juneteenth a little bit later in today's show during the birthdays and entertainment segment.
Ooh, you might not ever get rich.
Hey, man, Paul George
But let me tell you, it's better than
told the Indiana Pacers that he is Audi 5,000. That's right. He said in no uncertain terms he plans to leave the Indiana Pacers, and the Pacers began shopping Georgia's services this weekend, including making a call to the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's right, you heard me. Making a call to the Cleveland Cavaliers was the first call, or one of the first calls that they made. George reportedly told the Pacers that he will opt out of his contract in 2018 and become an unrestricted free agent. The Cavs are willing to enter into trade talks for George without any assurances, we're hearing, that he will commit to a long-term deal in Cleveland, a source familiar with the Cavs organization. A couple of things about this, man, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Once again, this whole narrative about players leaving their respective teams to go and form these super teams, and Paul George going to the Cleveland Cavaliers is just more of that. You know, now listen, I've already said it. All of y'all know, most of y'all know, unless we got any new people. I'm a Lakers fan. We've heard the little rumors that Paul George wants to go and play for the Los Angeles Lakers, and maybe that might happen, but Cleveland right now still, or Indiana right now, still owns his rights. And so they can make a deal where Cleveland can basically rent this guy for a year under contract and whatever the terms of a trade are. And then Paul George, after next year, after 2018 season, Paul George can, as a free agent, go, albeit take $50 million less, based on the new rules in the NBA, and play for the Los Angeles Lakers. And so if that were to happen, man, I would be happy for him to end up being a Laker. But him going to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers is more the same things that we've seen over the last couple of years, which is the best players teaming up with each other. There's really no kind of, mystery about who's going to make it to the finals. You knew it was going to be Golden State. You knew it was going to be Cleveland for the last 3 years running. And for Cleveland to stack up their team, I said it a couple of days ago, Chris Paul and these rumors are going to play for San Antonio. You're going to see even more of that in the years to come. Because if you want to win a ring, you have to, in effect, form a team up to join one of these super teams. So we're going to keep our eyes on this, man. Obviously, Cleveland's got a squad already. Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kevin Love. One of those guys, you would think, if they were to make a deal, they would have to trade. And talking about Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, I don't think in no way in Sam's hell the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to trade Kyrie Irving. I would have to look at the specifics of his contract. But Kevin Love balled out of control this year in the playoffs. But Paul George is a player. He's one of the best players in the game. Many times all-star once again. Huge upside, still young enough that he has a lot of years left in him to play at a high level. So it's going to be very, very interesting, which is a big difference between what we had heard last week. And these things, it is what it is. But we had heard that Paul George, he kind of sounded like in talking about the Cleveland or the Indiana Pacers, his situation, that he was content and would be willing to come back and continue to build what they're doing there in Indiana. Remember the comment, that they're in range or they're in a position to try to overtake the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is a lie. It was just a guy talking. It was just talking just to talk. But if this is true and Paul George were to end up in Cleveland, man, it's just more the same. I'm finding out that a lot of people don't have a problem with it. I'm finding out that a lot of people don't have a problem with it at all, with these free agent players going to play for these, other organizations that already have a bunch of great players. And to be honest with you, this situation isn't that. This would be a trade if Paul George were to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It would be a trade. But it kind of feels a little bit like stacking of teams, superstar players all ending up in the same place. But this is not the same scenario that we had with Kevin Durant going to Golden State or LeBron James as a free agent going to play for the Miami Heat. So what are your thoughts on that? And also the Lakers, man, are giving strong consideration to UCLA's Lonzo Ball. Then I'm hearing a lot of talk, have heard a lot of talk over the last couple of days about Josh Jackson out of Kansas, as well as Kansas or Kentucky's De'Aaron Fox with the number 1 pick. Once again, I believe it's going to be Lonzo Ball, but there's also a rumor out there that they're trying to make a deal to get another pick in the first round in this Thursday's NBA draft. So we'll see. We'll definitely keep our eyes on that. But Lakers, Magic Johnson, going to be in the kitchen trying to make a tremendous dish this year for the Los Angeles Lakers as he's now part of the organization. And so we will see. Hopefully the Lakers get back to prominence as well. I'm definitely hoping for that. Yeah. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@theDougStewartShow.com. From Dat Boy Chucky. He says, Schizo of NV. He says, Ball Award to Myrtle Beach, shawty. Great time with the fam. You went to the great Myrtle Beach? It's one of the best vacation destinations in the world. No, truly, no lie. A couple of years ago, Myrtle Beach, and it might have had to have been just in this country, Myrtle Beach was voted the second best tourist destination in the country, only behind Disney World. That's right, you heard me. And I think before Disneyland. But right after Disney World in Orlando, Florida, Myrtle Beach came as the second biggest tourist destination in this country. Broadway on the beach. Broadway on the beach, which is like this big development, man, of shops and, just activities for the family and all of this stuff, man. Phenomenal. I mean, just Myrtle Beach is a classic beach town city. Now, I will say this. The golf course, the Gulf Coast, pound for pound, if you're talking about beaches, Like the beaches on the Gulf Coast comparison to the beaches on the Atlantic side, on the East Coast, I mean, they're eons better. Like the beaches on the Gulf Coast, you're talking Pensacola, what's the Fort Walton Beach, all of those places on the Gulf Coast down there in Florida. The beaches are white sands. The water is crystal clear, blue, green, or whatever. And the water on the East Coast, man, the Atlantic Ocean is gray and dingy looking. It is. But Myrtle Beach is still phenomenal. But as far as beach-wise, if you're talking about beaches, I lived in Pensacola for like a year and a half, man. Let me tell you something. Them beaches down there, man, are absolutely incredible. I mean, they're phenomenal. Beach-wise, we can't touch them. But, man, there's a lot going on in Myrtle Beach. From LD, Pops from the D says, no one cares what Kobe has to say, Grego. Everybody cares what Kobe has to say. How dare you, sir? From Kaza, he says, this ain't romp room. Get them kids out. Yeah, we had to get rid of the damn kids, and we brought back in the studio audience. They were on vacation, but we had to bring them back in early today. We're sorry we had to take y'all off y'all vacation, man. Shut up! We had to get rid of them damn kids. There was no manners as hell. From Gregor, while these centers want to be guards. From Sandman, it's going to be interesting, Andre and Rel. From Raiders for Life, good morning, everybody. Raider everywhere. Shouts out to you, brother. Rel Scott, yes, sir. This city needs something exciting to happen basketball-wise. They love Villanova, though. Several little college programs there in the city of Philadelphia. Temple, Villanova, St. Joe's. There's another one as well. Somebody will remind me there in Philadelphia. So they love their basketball in Philadelphia. From Tiffany Sports and Heo, shout out to Jay-Z paying balls so some dad can be home for Father's Day. Also, shout out to Juvie, who got arrested Father's Day weekend for not paying child support. Laugh out loud. Damn, what's the story about Jay-Z? Shout out to Jay-Z for paying balls so some dads can be home for Father's Day. I don't get it. Somebody explain that to me. From Jam 2, Alonzo Ball, old man, is going to piss off everybody in Lakerville, including Magic and Kareem. Nah, it ain't even that serious. I disagree with people on that whole sentiment about LeVar Ball and, him and being a distraction to the Los Angeles Lakers or to any team that his son Lonzo Ball gets drafted to. I'm not buying that at all. I'm not. No way. A lot of discussion on social media, about the Lakers skipping over Lonzo Ball. I don't think it's going to happen. I think that's just rhetoric. They might even be pulling one of those deals like the Lakers did when they acquired the rights to Kobe Bryant. There's this rumor that Lonzo Ball came to that first workout not in shape. That's rhetoric. That's so that, I don't know, the team ahead of them, Boston at the time and now Philadelphia, would kind of have some doubts about the kid maybe. He's not working out for anybody else, remember. So that's what I think that is. I think this kid's going to be a Los Angeles Laker. Cannot wait. All right, hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show coming up next. Don't go away. A little boxing talk. Don't go away.
I know what that monkey want.